Beloved, today we're going to explore a truth that transforms not only relationships, but the way you carry yourself in every aspect of life. It is the power of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or loving. It means you let go of desperation, attachment, and fear. True power and beauty radiate from a woman who values herself so deeply that she doesn't cling to anyone or anything for validation. When you stand firm in your sense of self, men and people in general cannot help but be drawn to you. Why? Because your energy speaks louder than your words. It says, I am whole and I am enough. Let us delve into how detachment works and why it creates such an irresistible aura of attraction. Detachment is often misunderstood as being cold, uncaring, or distant, but in reality, it is one of the most profound acts of self-love and empowerment. It stems from a deep sense of inner confidence, a confidence that allows you to trust yourself, your worth, and the natural flow of life. When you are truly confident, you understand that you don't need to grasp or cling to anyone or anything for your happiness. You realize that your value is not tied to external circumstances or validation. Instead, it comes from within, rooted in your ability to embrace who you are and trust that you are enough. When you embody this kind of confidence, it radiates outward. People feel it before you even speak. It's in the way you hold your head high, the way you make decisions, and the way you carry yourself with grace. You don't have to demand attention or prove your worth because your energy does the talking for you. This quiet assurance is magnetic. It draws others toward you, not out of pity, obligation, or manipulation, but out of genuine admiration and respect. People are naturally attracted to those who are self-assured because confidence is both rare and inspiring. Detachment at its core is about letting go of the need to control or cling to outcomes. When you are detached, you are not consumed by fear of loss, rejection, or failure. Instead, you trust that whatever is meant for you will come to you, and whatever is not meant for you will naturally fall away. This trust is a hallmark of inner confidence. It takes courage to release your grip on what you think you need in order to allow space for what is truly aligned with you. And it is this courage that sets you apart. Consider for a moment how freeing detachment can be. When you stop holding on so tightly, you make room for flow. You make space for opportunities, connections, and experiences to unfold in their own time and way. There is no longer a need to chase, to beg, or to plead for someone's attention or approval. Instead, you simply focus on being the best version of yourself. You pour your energy into your growth, your passions, and your happiness. This shift in focus is transformative. It allows you to show up in the world as a whole, complete individual, rather than someone seeking validation or completion from others. Confidence through detachment also means knowing that you are not defined by other people's opinions or actions. You are not shaken by rejection or failure because you understand that these are simply redirections. You see them as opportunities to learn and grow, not as reflections of your worth. This perspective frees you from the constant need for reassurance or approval. It gives you the strength to stand tall, even when things don't go as planned. And this strength is incredibly attractive because it shows that you are in control of your own narrative. People who are confident in themselves and detached from outcomes are also more present in their interactions. They are not preoccupied with what others think or with trying to control how they are perceived. Instead, they focus on creating meaningful connections and being authentic. This authenticity is a breath of fresh air in a world where so many people are caught up in appearances and pretenses. When you are detached, you don't need to put on a mask or pretend to be someone you're not. You can simply be yourself. And that self-assuredness is incredibly inviting. Detachment also protects you from settling for less than you deserve. When you are confident in your worth, you don't tolerate mistreatment or accept crumbs of attention. You know that you deserve to be valued and respected, and you are not afraid to walk away from situations that don't align with that truth. This ability to walk away is a powerful statement. It says, I value myself too much to stay where I am not appreciated. And when you have this kind of self-respect, you inspire others to respect you as well. In relationships, detachment shifts the dynamic in profound ways. It allows you to approach love from a place of wholeness rather than neediness. You are no longer seeking someone to complete you because you are already complete. This changes the way others perceive you. Men, for example, are deeply drawn to women who are self-sufficient and emotionally independent. It's not about playing games or being aloof. It's about genuinely knowing that you don't need anyone else to validate your existence. This kind of confidence is both rare and irresistible. Ultimately, detachment shows that you are at peace with yourself. It demonstrates that you trust life, that you trust your journey, and that you trust yourself. This peace and trust are what make you truly confident. They allow you to let go of fear, to embrace the present moment, and to stand tall in your own power. And when you do this, you become magnetic. Not just to men, but to all the beautiful opportunities and experiences life has to offer. Confidence through detachment is not just a way of being, it is a way of thriving. It is a testament to your inner strength and your unwavering belief in your own worth. Mystery is a quality that captivates, intrigues, and draws people in without explanation. It is not about hiding who you are or playing mind games. Instead, it is about living with depth and purpose in a way that others cannot fully predict or comprehend. Mystery makes you unforgettable because it creates a sense of curiosity, and curiosity compels people to want to know more about you. In a world where so many people wear their lives and emotions on their sleeves, mystery becomes a rare and magnetic quality that cannot be overlooked. Become a mystery. You don't need to create an elaborate facade or keep secrets. Mystery is born from a deep connection to yourself. It arises when you live authentically, unapologetically, pursuing your goals, dreams, and passions without feeling the need to broadcast every detail of your journey. You live not to seek approval or validation, but to align with your inner truth. People can sense when you have a rich inner world, and they are naturally drawn to understand what fuels your energy and spirit. When you are mysterious, you carry yourself differently. There is an elegance in the way you don't feel the need to explain your every move or thought. You don't give away all of your stories, emotions, or intentions at once. Instead, you allow people to uncover pieces of you over time. This creates intrigue, a slow unfolding that keeps others invested. When someone cannot completely figure you out, they remain curious. They want to keep peeling back the layers, discovering who you are bit by bit. This gradual revelation is what keeps people hooked. Mystery also gives you an aura of independence. When you live your life fully and freely, you show the world that you are complete within yourself. You don't rely on anyone else to fill your days or validate your worth. This independence is magnetic because it signals strength and self-sufficiency. People admire those who are not overly available or dependent. It sends a powerful message. I am my own person and I don't need anyone to define me. This creates a sense of respect and admiration that is impossible to ignore. Living with mystery also means not oversharing. In today's world where every moment of life can be shared on social media, choosing to keep parts of your life private is an act of self-respect. It shows that you value your experiences enough to keep them sacred. When you're not constantly revealing every thought, emotion, or detail of your life, people cannot help but wonder about you. They begin to fill in the gaps with their imagination, and this makes you unforgettable. You leave a lasting impression not because you've said so much, but because you've said just enough to spark their curiosity. Being a mystery doesn't mean being closed off or distant. In fact, it's quite the opposite. It's about being deeply present and intentional with how you show up in the world. You engage meaningfully, but you don't reveal everything about yourself all at once. You speak when you have something valuable to say, and you listen when others speak, making them feel seen and heard. This combination of presence and restraint is incredibly alluring because it creates an emotional connection while still leaving space for curiosity. Mystery also stems from unpredictability. When you are comfortable in your own skin and live authentically, you don't conform to others' expectations. You make choices based on what feels right for you, not on what others might want or expect. This unpredictability keeps people intrigued because they can't predict your next move. You are not easily categorized or defined, and that makes you endlessly fascinating. People are drawn to the excitement and possibility of being around someone who doesn't follow a script or fit neatly into a box. Moreover, mystery adds depth to your character. When you are mysterious, it signals that there is more to you than meets the eye. People sense that you have layers, experiences, and wisdom that are not immediately apparent. This depth makes you stand out because it shows that you are not shallow or one-dimensional. It suggests that getting to know you is a journey, one that requires time and effort. And the best part is, the more time someone spends with you, the more they discover about you, and the more intrigued they become. Finally, mystery empowers you. It allows you to maintain control over your narrative and your life. When you are mysterious, you choose what to share and when to share it. This puts you in a position of strength because you are not giving away all of your power or allowing others to define you. Instead, you hold on to the parts of yourself that are precious, sharing them only with those who have earned your trust and respect. This makes you not only alluring, but also deeply respected. In the end, becoming a mystery is about embracing your authenticity, valuing your privacy, and living with purpose. It's about being true to yourself while allowing others to see only glimpses of your inner world. When you embody this way of being, you naturally draw people towards you, not because of what you give away, but because of what you hold back. And in that space of curiosity and wonder, detachment is one of the most powerful tools you can use to command respect, not only in relationships, but in every area of your life. It is a reflection of your deep self-respect, your boundaries, and your understanding of your own worth. When you detach, you are sending a clear message to the world. I value myself enough to walk away from anything or anyone that does not honor my peace, my values, or my time. This quiet, unspoken strength demands respect because it is rooted in confidence, emotional maturity, and self-assurance. At its core, detachment is not about cutting yourself off from the world or suppressing your emotions. It's about finding balance. It is the ability to care without clinging, to love without losing yourself, and to engage without over-identifying with outcomes or other people's opinions. When you master detachment, you are no longer at the mercy of external circumstances. This level of independence naturally commands respect because people admire and are drawn to those who cannot be easily swayed or controlled. One of the ways detachment commands respect is by setting boundaries. When you are detached, you are clear about what you will and will not tolerate. You don't need to raise your voice or argue to make your point. Your actions speak louder than words. If someone disrespects you, instead of reacting emotionally or trying to convince them to change, you calmly enforce your boundaries by removing yourself from the situation or relationship. This calm, decisive response shows that you respect yourself too much to engage in negativity or drama. People quickly learn that they cannot treat you poorly without consequences, and this earns their respect. Detachment also communicates self-worth. When you are detached, you don't seek validation from others because you already know your own value. You don't need constant reassurance or attention to feel secure because your confidence comes from within. This self-assuredness is incredibly attractive and commands respect because it shows that you are not dependent on anyone else to feel whole. People, they recognize that you are not someone who can be easily manipulated or taken for granted. In relationships, detachment is particularly powerful. It prevents you from chasing, begging, or pleading for someone's attention or affection. Instead, you focus on showing up as your best self and letting things unfold naturally. This creates a dynamic where others feel the need to step up and meet your standards rather than you lowering your standards to accommodate them. When you are detached, you give people the space to choose you willingly, rather than out of obligation or pressure. This space fosters mutual respect and allows genuine connections to flourish. Another way detachment commands respect is by demonstrating emotional control. Life is full of ups and downs, but when you are detached, you don't let these fluctuations dictate your inner peace. You remain calm and composed even in challenging situations. This emotional resilience is a rare and admirable quality. It shows that you are in control of your reactions and that you refuse to let external circumstances or other people's behavior dictate your mood or actions. People respect those who can maintain their composure and approach situations with clarity and grace. Detachment also allows you to prioritize your time and energy. When you are detached, you become intentional about where you invest your focus. You are no longer willing to pour energy into relationships, habits, or activities that don't serve your highest good. This decisiveness commands respect because it shows that you value yourself and your life. It demonstrates that you are not afraid to say no to what doesn't align with your goals or values, even if it means disappointing others. People may not always like it, but they will respect you for having the courage to put yourself first. Moreover, detachment fosters a sense of unpredictability, which is another way it commands respect. When you are detached, people cannot easily anticipate your reactions or take you for granted. They don't know how you will respond because you are not emotionally tied to their actions. This keeps them on their toes and prevents them from becoming complacent in their interactions with you. They realize that your presence in their life is not guaranteed. It is a privilege, not a right. This understanding creates a sense of value around your presence and commands respect. Finally, detachment is a reflection of your trust in life and in yourself. It shows that you are not clinging to outcomes or trying to force things to happen. Instead, you trust that what is meant for you will find its way to you, and you are willing to let go of anything that isn't aligned with your highest good. This trust is deeply empowering, and it inspires respect because it shows that you are not operating from a place of fear or desperation. You are operating from a place of faith, strength, and confidence in your own journey. When you detach, you embody a quiet yet profound power. You show the world that you value yourself, that you trust your path, and that you are unshaken by circumstances beyond your control. This is why detachment commands respect. It is a testament to your strength, your self-worth, and your unwavering belief in yourself. People cannot help but admire and respect a person who carries themselves with such grace and confidence. Detachment is a profound practice that enhances your feminine energy, allowing it to radiate with power, grace, and magnetism. Feminine energy thrives in flow, receptivity, and inner peace, and detachment aligns perfectly with these qualities. It helps you step into your natural essence by freeing you from the need to control, chase, or force outcomes. Instead, it invites you to trust in yourself, the present moment, and the universe, creating an irresistible aura that draws people and opportunities toward you effortlessly. Feminine energy flourishes when you are grounded in yourself, and detachment is the key to this grounding. It teaches you to let go of external validation, expectations, and the pressure to constantly prove yourself. Instead of clinging to relationships, outcomes, or others' approval, you learn to trust your inner worth and let life flow naturally. This creates a calm, confident presence that when you are detached, you don't need to chase attention or affection because your energy speaks for itself. People are drawn to your sense of ease, wondering what makes you so centered and self-assured. So, one of the ways detachment enhances your feminine energy is by helping you embrace your natural rhythm. Feminine energy is cyclical and intuitive, not linear and rigid. Detachment allows you to move with the flow of life, releasing the need to force things to happen on a specific timeline or in a specific way. It encourages you to trust the process and honor your inner knowing. When you release control, you become more in tune with your emotions, instincts, and desires, which amplifies your natural radiance. You stop resisting life and start aligning with it, which creates a magnetic energy that people find irresistible. Detachment also nurtures your emotional resilience, a key aspect of feminine energy. Feminine power is not about suppressing emotions or pretending to be unaffected. It's about feeling deeply while remaining grounded in your truth. Detachment helps you observe your emotions without becoming consumed by them. It allows you to acknowledge your feelings, process them, and release what no longer serves you. This emotional maturity is incredibly attractive because it shows that you are both vulnerable and strong, a powerful balance that embodies true feminine energy. Another way detachment enhances your feminine energy is by fostering receptivity. Feminine energy is naturally receptive. It opens the door to receiving love, support, and abundance. However, when you are overly attached to outcomes or people, you block this flow by trying to control what you receive and how it comes to you. Detachment creates space for you to receive freely and fully. When you let go of attachment, you trust that what is meant for you will come to you without force or struggle. This trust creates an air of confidence and openness that draws in the very things you desire, often in ways more beautiful than you could have imagined. Detachment also allows you to embody the mystery and allure of feminine energy. When you are detached, you do not over-explain, overshare, or overgive. You maintain an air of intrigue because you are not constantly seeking validation or trying to prove your worth. This creates curiosity and attraction because people sense that there is more to you than meets the eye. Your quiet confidence and self-possession make others want to know you on a deeper level, and they become captivated by your unique essence. Moreover, detachment empowers you to set and uphold boundaries. Feminine energy is about giving and nurturing, but it must be balanced with self-respect and self-care. When you are detached, you honor yourself by not settling for less than you deserve. You are no longer willing to compromise your values or overextend yourself to please others. Instead, you create relationships and environments that reflect your worth. This strength in maintaining boundaries not only protects your energy, but also enhances it, making you even more magnetic and respected. Detachment also encourages you to step into your creative and intuitive power, which are core aspects of feminine energy. When you are detached, you are not consumed by worries, fears, or the need for control. This frees up your energy to focus on what truly matters, expressing yourself authentically, pursuing your passions, and creativity flows naturally when you are not weighed down by attachment. And your intuition becomes sharper because you are not clouded by external noise. This alignment with your creative and intuitive self deepens your connection to your feminine essence, allowing it to shine brightly. Finally, detachment helps you cultivate peace, which is the foundation of feminine energy. Feminine energy thrives in an environment of calm and trust, not chaos or control. Detachment teaches you to surrender to the flow of life, trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. This surrender is not weakness but strength, a profound demonstration of faith in yourself and the universe. When you radiate this inner peace, it creates a calming presence that others cannot help but be drawn to. In essence, detachment is a gift to your feminine energy. It frees you from unnecessary burdens, strengthens your inner world, and allows you to flow with life instead of resisting it. By letting go of attachment, you open the door to embody your natural essence, one that is radiant, powerful, and deeply magnetic. You become a woman who exudes confidence, peace, and grace, drawing respect, admiration, and love effortlessly. Detachment is a profound tool that safeguards your emotional well-being, creating a shield against the chaos and unpredictability of life. In a world filled with challenges, expectations, and emotional entanglements, detachment offers a sense of balance and inner peace. It allows you to navigate relationships and experiences with grace, ensuring that your sense of self remains intact no matter what external circumstances arise. At its essence, detachment is about letting go of the need to control outcomes, people, or situations. It doesn't mean you stop caring or become indifferent. Rather, it means you release your emotional dependence on things you cannot control. This release is incredibly liberating because it frees you from the weight of unnecessary worry, stress, and disappointment. When you stop clinging to what others think, how they behave, or how situations unfold, you reclaim your power and create space for emotional equilibrium. One of the ways detachment protects your emotional well-being is by reducing overreactions to external triggers. When you are attached to specific outcomes or people's actions, you become vulnerable to their unpredictability. A kind word can lift you up, but a harsh comment can bring you down just as quickly. Detachment helps you build resilience by creating emotional distance between yourself and external circumstances, instead of reacting impulsively or emotionally to every situation. You learn to pause, observe, and respond thoughtfully. The shift in perspective prevents you from being a victim of your emotions and helps you maintain your inner calm. Detachment also helps you avoid the trap of overinvesting in relationships or situations that may not serve you. When you are overly attached, you may pour your time, energy, and emotions into people or circumstances that drain you. This can leave you feeling exhausted, unappreciated, or even taken for granted. Detachment allows you to step back and assess whether your investments are reciprocated or worth your energy. It gives you the clarity to set boundaries and prioritize your well-being over the need to please others or force things to work. This sense of balance protects your emotional health by preventing burnout and feelings of neglect. Another powerful way detachment protects your emotional well-being is by minimizing the impact of rejection or disappointment. When you are attached to a particular outcome, such as securing a promotion, being loved by someone, or achieving a goal, any deviation from that desired outcome can feel like a personal failure. Detachment, however, reminds you that your worth is not tied to external results. It allows you to see rejection as redirection and disappointment as an opportunity for growth. By shifting your perspective, you build emotional resilience and develop the ability to bounce back from setbacks with grace and strength. Detachment also liberates you from the exhausting cycle of trying to control what is beyond your influence. Often we become emotionally entangled in situations because we believe we can force an outcome through our actions or emotions. This illusion of control can lead to frustration, anxiety, and a sense of powerlessness when things don't go as planned. Detachment teaches you to focus on what you can control, your thoughts, actions, and reactions. This shift not only reduces stress, but also empowers you to approach life with a sense of calm and confidence. Furthermore, detachment encourages you to live in the present moment, which is essential for emotional well-being. When you are attached, your mind often dwells on the past or worries about the future. You replay old wounds, cling to memories, or obsess over what might happen next. This mental clutter can take a toll on your emotional health, leaving you feeling drained and disconnected. Detachment helps you release the past and trust the future, allowing you to fully immerse yourself in the now. By staying present, you experience life more fully and appreciate its beauty without being weighed down by unnecessary emotional baggage. Detachment also fosters self-love and self-respect, which are cornerstones of emotional well-being. When you detach, you prioritize your own needs and happiness over external validation. You stop seeking approval or acceptance from others and start finding fulfillment within yourself. This shift creates a strong foundation of self-worth, making you less susceptible to emotional manipulation or toxic relationships. You no longer tolerate behavior that diminishes your value because you understand that your emotional well-being is too precious to compromise. Finally, detachment allows you to approach life with trust and surrender. It helps you recognize that while you cannot control everything, you can trust that things will unfold as they should. This faith in the natural flow of life alleviates anxiety and brings a sense of peace. Instead of worrying about what might go wrong, this trust not only protects your emotional well-being, but also allows you to live with more joy, freedom, and acceptance. In essence, detachment is a practice of emotional self-care. It helps you create healthy boundaries, reduce stress, and cultivate inner peace. By letting go of attachment, you free yourself from the emotional ups and downs that come with external dependence. You reclaim your power, protect your heart, and nurture your soul. Detachment is not about isolation. It's about liberation, a way to live with greater emotional freedom, resilience, and harmony. Detachment is one of the most powerful ways to create space for authentic, meaningful connections in your life. At first, this may sound counterintuitive. How can letting go foster deeper relationships? But the truth is, detachment allows you to show up in your relationships from a place of freedom, self-respect, and openness. It creates the emotional and energetic space for genuine connection to flourish, untainted by the weight of control, expectation, or fear. When you practice detachment, you release the need to control the outcome of your relationships. This doesn't mean you stop caring or become distant. Instead, it means you let go of clinging to how things should look or how others should behave. This openness creates room for others to feel accepted for who they truly are, not who you want or need them to be. People can sense when they're being loved for their authentic selves rather than for how well they meet someone else's expectations. When you detach, you offer this unconditional acceptance, which deepens bonds and builds trust. Detachment also allows you to approach relationships with a sense of self-sufficiency. When you are overly attached to someone, you may inadvertently place the burden of your happiness, worth, or security on them. This can create pressure in the relationship and lead to codependency, which stifles genuine connection. By finding fulfillment within yourself and detaching from the need for someone else to complete you, you bring a sense of wholeness to your relationships. This wholeness is magnetic. It invites others to engage with you out of choice and mutual respect rather than obligation or emotional dependency. Another way detachment fosters true connection is by encouraging emotional independence. When you are detached, you don't rely on others to regulate your emotions or validate your feelings. This independence doesn't mean shutting others out. It means owning your emotions and taking responsibility for your well-being. When you show up with emotional independence, you create an environment where both you and the other person can express yourselves freely without fear of judgment or undue responsibility. This type of emotional freedom strengthens the connection because it's rooted in mutual understanding and respect. Detachment also helps to remove the fear of loss from relationships. Many people hold on tightly to relationships out of fear of rejection, abandonment, or being alone. This fear can manifest as clinginess, possessiveness, or trying to control the other person's actions. However, fear-based attachment creates walls instead of bridges. It pushes people away because they feel smothered or unable to breathe within the relationship. Detachment, on the other hand, removes this fear. When you detach, you understand that you cannot control whether someone stays or leaves, and you trust that whatever happens is for your highest good. This trust creates an openness and ease in the relationship that allows genuine connection to grow. When there is no fear of loss, both individuals can be fully present with each other without feeling trapped or controlled. One of the most beautiful aspects of detachment is that it creates space for vulnerability. Paradoxically, by letting go, you allow yourself to open up. Detachment means you're no longer operating from a place of fear or neediness, which makes it easier to show up authentically. You're not afraid to express your feelings or show your true self because you're not attached to how the other person will respond. This vulnerability invites others to do the same, fostering a deeper emotional intimacy that is the hallmark of true connection. Detachment also creates space for healthy boundaries, which are essential for meaningful relationships. When you are detached, you recognize your own needs, values, and limits, and you honor them without guilt or hesitation. At the same time, you respect the other person's boundaries without trying to change or overstep them. This mutual respect builds trust and ensures that both individuals feel safe and valued within the relationship. Healthy boundaries strengthen the connection because they create a balance of giving and receiving, ensuring that the relationship remains nurturing rather than draining. Finally, detachment aligns with the natural flow of relationships. True connection cannot be forced or manufactured. It must arise organically from mutual respect, shared values, and a genuine desire to connect. When you are attached, you may try to force the relationship to progress at a certain pace or in a specific direction, which can create resistance and strain. Detachment, however, allows you to surrender to the natural rhythm of the relationship. You stop trying to control or rush the process and instead trust that everything will unfold as it's meant to. This surrender creates a sense of ease and flow that nurtures the connection, allowing it to deepen naturally over time. In essence, detachment clears the way for authentic connection by removing the barriers of control, fear, and dependency. It allows you to show up as your true self and invites others to do the same. By letting go of attachment, you create space for love, trust, and understanding to grow without interference. Detachment isn't about distancing yourself. It's about creating the freedom and openness needed for genuine relationships to thrive. Through detachment, you cultivate relationships that are based on choice, respect, and mutual appreciation, building a foundation of connection that is deep, lasting, and profoundly fulfilling. Beloved, remember this: detachment is not about shutting people out. It's about standing in your power. It's about knowing that you are already whole, complete, and worthy of love. When you release the need to cling or control, you create space for miracles to unfold in your life. You are magnetic, radiant, and deserving of the very best. Repeat after me. I am whole and complete within myself. I release the need to cling or chase. I trust that what is meant for me will flow into my life with ease. I am worthy and I am enough. Now walk forward in your power and let the world be drawn to the light of your detachment.